wow, have we got a great guest. I always tell you first that I'm all about success in aging, your success in aging and your loved one's success in aging. And to that end, I have created the Success in Aging Essentials Box. And we'll talk more about that later because we're getting ready for Valentine's Day. See, I wore my red. Okay, Mary, it's so good to see you today.
It's so great to see you too. I think we are being a little silly today, so hopefully everyone can enjoy our goofballness. I don't know if it's a lunar month thing. I don't know.
No, we're still on the very edge of Christmas kind. People get so kind around Christmas. And we're still living in the glow where we're all so nice to each other.
I know, I think it is. It's no drink January. And I think everyone's edgy.
I didn't get that memo.
I did not get the memo. This could be vodka for all you guys know. I'm not telling.
Right.
Yeah.
Later on, we'll toast with our waters. Yes.
Exactly. So I just want to welcome everybody to Success. I almost said something different. The Success in Aging show, because that would be a whole nother show. But if you have not signed up or seen or heard of what a Success in Aging Essentials Box is, well, we're going to be telling you more about that during the show, but you can go find out for yourself if you go to successinaging.com. But during the show, it looks like we have a couple guests. Tim is on, and so is Ruth.
Hey, Ruthie, thank you so much. Hi, Tim. Good to see you now on my show. Oh, wow, you guys. Thanks for showing up for us.
It is Veronica Jeans, Shopify Queen and best-selling author. Tim, you are so smart. My goodness sakes. And Ruth also is here to join in the silliness. I love it. And Tim and we met the same time that you and I met, Veronica, at the social media marketing world. So it's so fun to see you guys connecting, having a show, all that kind of fun stuff. But anyways, I just want to introduce you, Veronica, because that is my honor to do. And then I'm going to let you two chit chat, because the theme of today's show, which is phenomenal, is making money in your golden years.
Yes.
And who doesn't want to do that, right? You don't want to be under a bridge in your golden years.
Oh, don't go there. Don't go quite that far. I mean, come on, Mary.
Or in a home, right? Or in a retirement home, or in your house, and you just
well, there are really cool assisted living places, but they cost money. So we need to help you make money in your golden years, and Veronica's actually going to show us how to do that. Let me introduce you properly, because there might be one person on the planet who doesn't know who the Shopify Queen is, and some of you might not even know what the heck a Shopify is. So we're going to be talking about that today. But it's all about an online store. So Veronica Jeans is actually an e-commerce business consultant. She's a speaker, a Shopify partner, which is software, a lecturer, and a best-selling author of a 7-book series, Shopify Made Easy. Wow. Prolific she is. Yep. She has had an extensive experience in helping e-commerce businesses grow in the global marketplace, from startups to brick-and-mortar stores who want their own online outlet for additional revenue streams. Jeans integrates her extensive knowledge in the field of e-commerce along with her international financial expertise to offer up a playbook for generating income online. And today, she's going to be sharing with us how we can make money in our golden years, and not Walmart greeter money, real money. And we're going to talk more about that. That's awesome. So thanks so much, Veronica, for being on the show. I'm going to drop off, let the two of you talk. There's so much to talk about. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Oh, and Tim says she is, what do you say, brilliant at writing and selling books on Amazon. That could be a whole nother show.
Yes. So, Mary, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. All right, you two, have fun. I'll see you later.
Okay. Oh, Veronica, welcome to the show. I'm so jazzed you're here today. Thank you.
I'm so happy that somebody else dropped off, because this is going to be awesome. I can't wait to start.
Oh, yes, it is. And, everybody, please go visit her website. I know you can do two things at once. Watch this, and on your phone, bring up her website. But as you're listening to us, please really open yourself up to what Shopify is all about, what online selling is all about. And we're going to get some really good questions. But first, I want to tell you something. This beautiful woman who's sitting here next to me actually right now is on a houseboat.
No. No houseboat, baby. This is a yacht.
This is okay. So we need that story first, Veronica. Let my viewers and my listeners know why and how did you get on a yacht in Texas while you're being the Shopify queen?
It was one of those things, the babies were out of the house. They were getting married, and my hubby said to me, so what are we going to do next? He said to me, I'm not living in a condo or an apartment. That's not me. And we wanted to move out of our house. And he said to me, how about a boat? And I went, okay, why not? I mean, life is an adventure.
Wow.
So that's literally what we did 10 years ago, is buy a boat. And it's quite an old boat. And so we are fixing it up. And so in the last 10 years, we've been living on the marina. This is how you maximize your situation.
Okay.
So we're living on the marina. And I went to the office and I said, hey, I can actually help you create a fabulous website and online presence, and then I can get my slip for free. So I've lived for free for 10 years. My rent gets paid. I don't pay for internet. I don't pay for electricity. I don't pay for water. so I do work for it, but still, it's just one of those things that you can barter in life.
Yes.
And make it easier for yourself, right?
Yes.
So that's how we ended up on a boat. And so so my husband retired a year ago, about a year and a bit ago.
Okay.
And thank goodness, because he was in India and Saudi Arabia and all over the place. So he didn't have time to actually do a lot of fixing on the boat. So now this is his aim, to get us. My first aim is to get to the Bahamas, baby.
Wow. Okay. And as I will know, and that Veronica is about to tell us, when you do have online shopping, it is a go anywhere, anytime you can get internet access. And that is fabulous.
Yeah.
I will also say that later in the show, I'm going to be asking Veronica a very important question about some of the sites that we have come to trust to do some online shopping and selling on, like Facebook and Instagram. Why what she's about to tell us is so much more reliable and sound advice. So Mary's put up the first question. How does having an online store? Oh, thank you, Ruth. Thank you, dear girl.
Hey, I wanted to jump in really quick. I'm so sorry, Guy, you're not checking your phone, by the way.
No, I'm not.
I also want to jump in really quick and to welcome our visitors, but also if you are on the show live, please ask your questions, because we want to get them answered live.
Exactly.
So you'll walk away with questions about how you can start a store, how you can make more money. There's lots of fun things we're going to be doing. So I want to encourage you, as Tim and Ruth are doing right now, please, please, please answer questions. If you feel that this will bless someone in your world, share it. Share this with other people on Facebook. And if you're watching this in the replay, go ahead and ask questions then too, because we'll circle back and answer the questions. So I just want to give a little housekeeping message, and also to share with Diane that we love her enthusiasm, but we would like to pull it back so we can hear her really well. That'd be awesome. Okay.
Everyone, Mary gave me a microphone to use as a Christmas gift.
I did.
Amazingly, I have not learned
how to use it.
Well, to her credit, her laptop is so super cool and fancy. It doesn't have a USB port. So we have to now get you a USB port converter so you can.
Yes, exactly. You got to be organized, baby. You got to ask the questions, right? You got to ask the right questions.
I'm just saying is, because you don't have a microphone, your beautiful voice in a regular tone sounds beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And her enthusiasm is just, it shines through without having to amplify her voice. So everyone, love on Diane. Give her encouragement to talk in her beautiful voice.
Indulge it.
I'll tell her to shut up every now and again.
All right, ladies, I'll be dropping off, but I'll be checking on you. All right. Have a wonderful time.
Oh, thank you, little sister. All right.
Veronica. I absolutely love this. This is brilliant. So, okay, so what we have to do is we talk about isolation, right?
Yes.
How does having an online store help with isolation? Actually, she actually put the last question first. So,
yeah.
So isolation, I mean, I know I'm on my boat and I hate getting off my boat. I hate getting off and communicating or rather getting off and meeting people because, COVID has isolated us to such an extent that we don't feel like actually doing and going somewhere to meet people. I mean, if you think about going to a restaurant, you go, maybe not, and so you tend to stay indoors. But if you have an online, I would let's just say an online presence,
Yes.
you are communicating more with people. And what I've found, here's one of the good things about COVID is, or whatever they call it, is that it has taught us to communicate virtually.
Yes,
right?
it has. Yes.
So many people have learned to communicate. I am in contact with my people, with my family in Namibia, South Africa, New Zealand, the UK.
Wow.
Yes, because and we are communicating more because it's everybody wants to reach out, and that's what's
right.
the brilliant thing of having an online presence is you get more confident in reaching out to people and chatting to people, right? On a daily basis. My communication is Messenger and texting, right? Everybody's texting these days.
Yep.
And every now and again picking up the phone and actually calling people.
Yes. I would say that in listening to you we've talked enough for me to know that you really believe in having online business because it does get you out of social isolation.
Yes.
On this show, we try to remember to take sips of water every day. And I'm going to click with you right here. Okay. Clink, clink. Cheers, Veronica. And here's the reason, everybody. As we try and bring up very frequently, social isolation studies in the last 5 years have proved that isolation to a human being, an adult age 18 to the day before they turn 65, is really bad for your mortality rate. It goes up 26%. But after the age of 65, if you socially isolate, your mortality rate goes up to 46%, which is scarily close to 50%. So that cuts the rest of your life in half. So what we do, the research says that social isolation is as bad on your health, Veronica, as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Wow.
So on this show, we try and take 15 sips of water a day. So here's to you, and cheers, everyone.
Cheers. And I've got ginger in my water, by the way.
Yum. Oh, what a great idea, everyone. Ginger for your stomach, Veronica, great idea. So back to these questions. We are looking to making money in our golden years, your topic. It's now fighting social isolation. It is transportable. You take it with you wherever you go.
Wherever you go.
You choose how much you want to respond to people. Besides just selling them something, you can encourage them in other ways. You're going to tell us about the amazing strength that Shopify has in newsletters, and much like Constant Contact, where you can put in people's emails, and then it does so much of automated communication so that when it comes time for you to really communicate one-on-one, you can put your whole, we only have so much time every day, right?
Yes.
So Tim says, I don't know what I would have done without live streaming during the pandemic and bumping into Veronica Jeans, of course. You bet, Tim. Yeah. So Veronica, Mary has the second question up, but cheers to you, Tim. And shout out to Ginger. Sweet. Ruthie, I know you're listening to all of this and she's a little under the weather, so
yeah. And so is Tim, by the way. He's got flu as well. So
darn.
I know, right? I know. Okay. So the second question is use it or lose it. So what happens is here's a little bit of background. I've never had a corporate job, ever.
Nice.
Ever. Nice. I've worked for 3 years in my 20s on a uranium mine in Namibia, and I was a draftsperson. And when we left there, I was contract, and I've always had my own company in whatever country I've worked in.
Yes.
So I've always recreated a new career, as I said. But beautiful. A lot of people have gone college or school and immediately into corporate, and they're working for somebody, right? And then and they've gone up the career ladder, hopefully, and to whatever level they are at. But it's stressful, right? You have horrible people in the office. I owned my own company. I made about 4 million before I crashed it. But people are really stressed.
That's a nice number.
I know. Not a lot ended up in my wee pocket. But so corporate, you are, it's stressful. Every day you've got a deadline, you're talking to your bosses, talking to you. Right. Somebody's really, you have to rush home, the traffic, and then you retire and boom, there's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right. You don't even have to get up out of bed and shower and put on whatever your makeup you need, right? Because
that can be a disaster.
It's disastrous, right? So you need to actually, and I've talked about this for years. So I'm so happy to have met you. I mean, you are on my little bandbox, baby. So many people I've talked to throughout the years, and I've talked to my husband about this many 20 years ago. I said, you need a hobby. When you retire, baby, I call him a cradle snatcher because I'm younger than
Hey, old guys rock. I'm sorry, old guys rock.
It's all right. So I said to him, you got to have a hobby because I'm not bloody entertaining you. You have to entertain yourself. I'm not giving up on whatever I'm doing because I'm having fun.
That's
and
right.
so I come from a long line of women that have worked. My granny had she was one of the first businesswomen, and I don't know, in the 1930s, and she owned a boutique.
Really?
After the Depression, yes, she owned 3 boutiques. And
wow,
that's amazing, right? And then she moved to Namibia, and then she used.
And where is that? Where is Namibia?
Namibia is in Africa.
Nice.
So I was born in Africa. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, thank you.
Now I'm in the USA. Anyway, so I've had this really good example of women in my life that have worked. My mom worked in the bank, and she always had the ceiling of she could be the bank manager's personal secretary, because she'd never be the bank manager, right? Never.
I know.
Right?
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And she left work. She retired, and then started her own restaurant.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Right. So this is what you need to have ideas of trying to. So, and this is the exciting part is you come home and you have something going. So if you have a hobby while you're working, right? You have a hobby. Think about how you can monetize it, because believe me, a hobby doesn't excite me. You can do a hobby or you can't, and then you do. I mean, I've done I've painted, I've potteried, I've done everything you think of, but you only have so many people you can give a pot to, or a vase to, or a painting to.
That's
so
right.
Think about how to monetize those hobbies, right?
Yes.
So I have a little student in. I lecture Polish students in obviously Poland, Warsaw, virtually. But
beautiful.
So she has these little square wooden things that she paints as magnets.
Ooh.
And she's selling them online.
Okay.
Right? So you got to think about how can you turn your hobby into something that excites you? Because believe me, that little bing, 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 you made money. It's like AOL, you have email, is freaking amazing, right? That feeling that you have, it gives you an energy to get up out of life and get up in the morning and go, yeah, wow, I made $10. Yes. And it's all me. I don't, nobody's handling my money. I'm doing it myself. And I think that whole pride and excitement is what keeps your brain going. I had a conversation with my mom. She's 85. I think she's 85. I'm not sure.
Congrats, you still have her.
I know, right? I know. And I know we're on borrowed time. She has a business and she's a tax consultant.
85, has her own business, tax consultant, rock on.
I know, right? So I can hear she's slowly, when your mind starts going and you start forgetting things. And so I can hear she says, it's really hard for me to remember words, and she's got a little assistant, but she's so worried about letting it go because she says she enjoys the her brain working.
That's right.
And although she's struggling with it, she still says it is keeping her brain fresh. So use it or lose it, baby. That's right. It, right?
That's what my grandmother used to say. And she made it to 6 weeks before 98.
Wow.
And she had been a bank, someone who worked in a bank. Exactly.
Yes.
Not just a teller, but someone who did more things.
Yes.
And then when she married my grandfather, who was an executive in an insurance company, she used all of those skills to help him in his business. Yes. And I'm telling you, I absolutely agree with a move it or lose it. We have got to move our bodies. When we move our bodies, it brings our dementia risk down. When we move our bodies, it brings our risk of getting sedentary and losing our muscle strengths. It helps with that. But moving this helps everything. Our eyes, all of our senses, our creativity. And that, Veronica Jeans, is what you are so very good at. And that's why you and I mesh together so well.
Yes.
We are women who don't want to work corporately. We don't want to work in certain ways. We really want to be in the new way of doing things. So please tell us, because as we're moving through time, I want you to explain not just Shopify, but its strengths. Like I said, the newsletters, the constant contacts type of a thing. But then I want you to tell us why it's so much better than selling on Facebook or Instagram.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Bring it on.
So, Shopify is a platform, right? So it's like a shopping cart. Plus, it's a website and it's a blog. And so whatever you have that you need to actually create a business online, it has it on. And so platform is really a software that the owners put on, and we used to call it, everybody calls it platform in the industry, but it's literally, it lives on a server. It lives on the internet, right? Woo, in the cloud. Hello. And so it has all those components to actually have a business. And Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Rakuten is Japanese, and any of these platforms, any of the different marketplaces, let's call them marketplaces, are owned by somebody else. And this is what can happen. If you open your little store on Facebook or Instagram, and Facebook, hello, closed for the day, right? They would
like last weekend.
Yep. They're closed. And then, so you can't do your orders. You can't reach your clients. You can't see what you've ordered. You can't earn money.
That's right.
Example.
No little ding, ding, ding.
No ding, ding, ding. No happy ding, ding, ding. So here's what happened to a couple of my clients is she got literally shut down by Etsy overnight. She woke up, $150,000 business. Woke up the next morning and it was done, right? She couldn't get back on. Her daughter's Etsy was closed because she was an admin on her daughter's Etsy. So, and this is what they can do. They can literally stop your business and you've got no recourse. You've lost your inventory, you've lost your customers, you've lost your customer information, you've lost your images and your videos, and all that information is just gone in a heartbeat. So even if it's not Shopify, even if it's you can do it on let me think of some other one, Squarespace or Wix, and please don't do it on there because it's really it's all the same price in the end. It costs $30 to have an online store.
Did you say $30?
Right?
$30.
I know, right? And it's got all this whole capacity. So what happens is when you have a store, you can literally then, because you need those shelf spaces. You need Amazon's customers, right? So you can, from Shopify, you can literally connect to Amazon. You can connect to Etsy. You can connect to eBay. You can Facebook and Instagram. So when they shut it down, you've got all these other places that you have your business on. And you can do it with, I mean, I've got a client that makes soaps, right?
Okay, yes.
So it's something basic that you would make, and then you would go to the market to sell this, whatever market is called. The vegetable market, whatever it's called, the farmer's market.
Farmer's market, got it. Oh,
yeah, so, right? So you can literally take those products, take some very good photos, and put them online. But so now you don't just rely on people walking past your booth. Now you have people that are on Facebook and Instagram that actually can come and shop with you, right?
Yes.
And it's not, I mean, nothing, business is not easy, right? Business is a ongoing process that you have to try and try something else out, but it does work, right? It does work. Yes. So I've got a success story. I had a client. He left corporate.
Okay.
And he didn't really need the money, by the way, but he actually developed this log lighter because he had arthritis in his hands and he couldn't do that flicking, that you have to do. So he invented one that you just click. He was 74 when I met him, 74 years old, and he started something online.
I'm so proud of him.
I know, right? And I mean, he is the most amazing guy. I just love him. He just bought his own Tesla. It's like, yeah, he's such a techie. But here's the thing: is he's putting it on Amazon, and he's not really making that much of an effort because you have to sell a little bit more. You have to really spend a little bit of money. It's like anything in business, right?
Yep.
You have to spend a little bit of money to make some money. Otherwise, it just takes a little bit longer.
Yes.
But every day, those orders would come through. 1 order or 2 orders. I mean, the same thing. I know how exciting it is to sell. So I put my book online, and everybody said, you write a book, it's just like a business card, right? So I'm a coach. And everybody knows you've written a book, so you become famous, right? I'm famous. But and so I started selling the book. So every morning I would go on my phone, I go, oh, you know what? I sold 2 books. And that's like $12. But I've built it up. And so even if you write something, in the example, right? Write something that you know about. Your granny's, that's what I'm going to do. My granny's recipes. She had 16 sisters and had a combined book.
Did you say 16?
No,
sisters?
Six sisters. There were 13. There were 13 kids, right?
A lot of triplets and
yeah, I know, right? So or you can think about your experiences.
That's
put
right.
Your experiences in a book. People love business books. I mean, really,
Veronica,
really love.
I have got to tell you what, the people who are in our comments community right now, hi, everybody. Those people could write books and you could help them get them sold. That's the biggest thing that stops people from writing books, because we all know that the big houses, the big publishing houses are not publishing us.
No, exactly. Not and yet. You can literally put your book on KDP, which is Amazon's. They started out with Kindle something, and we all know now as KDP. So I sell a Kindle, a printed book, a soft cover, and a hardcover, and I don't do anything, right? So Amazon does all the work for me.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing? So I mean, it's only because people don't really know.
Oh, right? That's it. They don't know.
No.
So we're going to have a whole other show.
Oh, yeah.
Another show about you just talking about writing books and selling them online. Yes. Because in their hearts, so many people believe they're writers. Since we were little kids reading our golden books, we thought, I could write that. I could draw some pictures. And now,
right?
I just ordered one and got one in the mail, and it was on Betty White. Oh my gosh, it's a little golden book on Betty White.
No, that's amazing.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So let's talk about what you can do online. And some people retire, and my husband used to say he'll go to work for the post office. He just got his own little cart, and I go,
that would be cute though. Get your own little golf cart, deliver things. You could be an Amazon. I'm telling you, one day they're going to just send a drone out. But until then, how about seniors with golf carts?
My hubby Roy is having a glass of bourbon and watching TV.
Nice.
So Walmart. Okay, so you go to work every day. You have to be there on time. You probably have to do the clocking thing that I've never done. I actually did it for 2 hours here on the marina because I was going to help them in the office, and I lasted 2 hours, and I said, I don't think this is going to work for me. I think I have to go back to my boat. But anyway, so you go into Walmart, you clock in, you got to stay there the whole day. You probably have 15 minutes for lunch. If you're a minute longer than that lunch, then hey, you're going to get docked for your time. I know Amazon does it. And so you have a boss that you might or might not like, that might or might not like you.
That's right.
And you have people in the business that resent you. So having your online business is you literally control what you're doing on a daily basis.
Yes.
You literally can decide, you know what? I'm happy with $100 a week, right? I don't mind if I just sell every now and again. That's the effort I'm going to put in. That's what I want. But if you want to make a little bit more, then you put in a little bit more effort and you make a little bit more, right?
Yes.
And I think about my books. When I started out, I think, I can't even remember. That was 2 years ago. It was a long time ago. But I made made $500, $600, $700 a month, right?
Okay.
And it's grown because I added another book. I added my print version to it.
Yes.
And then I made 1,000, and I thought, I wonder if I can do better, So, I've seen that the effort that I put in to to publish another book, and B, actually put a little bit of money in by doing a little bit of advertising, I'm making more money. And there's nothing more exciting in life, I think. And if you don't get excited about making money, please leave a comment. And I will tell you, you're probably a liar, right? Because, this pays for my hair, right? So my husband's retired, and he says to me, okay, now your money is my money. And I went, what? I said, I have to give you money? You're the sugar daddy, baby.
I think we need to change the name of that candy.
I know, right? So it's like, what? This is what my mom said. She said, with the money that I earn, and she's got 6 clients, and she's happy with it, that I can do my face once a month. I can go and have my hair done once a month. I can do my nails, or she can take my stepdad out for dinner, but it's her money, right? Yes. It's her earnings, and there's nothing more satisfying than saying, you know what, I've earned my own money and I can do what the hell I want with it, except not anymore.
It gives us choices, and choices are very comforting when and I think there's a tyranny of too many choices.
Yes.
When it does come to having money in the bank, there is a comfort to that. There are some people who work so they can give. Organizations, nonprofits, things like that. And there are some people who work so they can send money to family members. There are some people who work. We have so many different, I'm sorry, I'm yelling. We have so many different motivations for working. Yes. And I just love that you can show us in our golden years how to think new thoughts, because use it or lose it. We do not want to let this wonderful gray matter turn into white matter. Exactly. Once our brains turn to white matter, that's very difficult. And I have found products that help turn white matter back to gray matter.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. And this is why I love products, the Success in Aging box, products that seniors, the disabled, the widowed, and our wonderful disabled folks can really put to use to help them do more of what they want to do. Mm-hmm. And I believe in living life to the fullest and the longest, because when we're younger, it's easy to say that life is short. You better take care of things. And we should. But you know what? When you're old,
life is short.
long. No. Life is longer than we think. And having something to do like a Shopify store is exactly what I want.
And so, and I mean, if you think about it, my mom retired at 60. She worked another 25 years. She worked at the bank for 30 years. So she nearly worked after retirement as long as what she was working, right?
Yes.
So this is what, I mean, our lives are, I mean, how many times have you heard, oh, my dad or my mom or my aunt or my uncle lived till 95 or 96 or 100, right? Or 120. We hear over 100 all the time. So we are living longer. And because of technology and whatever is going on, we are healthier. I mean, if I think about my mom, bless her heart, she played tennis and she played competitive tennis. She was the champion of small guns. She did shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Yes.
And so she did a lot of things, but they weren't concerned about. She didn't think about stretching or exercising before she did her tennis. So what happened is her hips went and her knees went because of the grind of it.
Yes.
I think that we as boomers have learned to, except for Jane Fonda, obviously we grew up with Jane Fonda, right? Burn it, baby, burn it. But we also have realized that, we need vitamins. The amount of times I have to say to my mom, hey, you need to take your vitamins. Hey, did you buy your topical B12, baby? That's good for the brain. Drink your water, and just those basic things I think that we are doing automatically to be healthier, they didn't really do, and they are living longer.
Well, and I'll also put in a good word for that generation. So they were the generation who struggled their way. And you and I talked about struggle earlier. Struggle can be very good for the soul, and it's hard on the body.
Yes.
But we have to hand it to them when they were our mothers, when they were life bearing us, when they were pregnant with us, they were beginning to take vitamins. They were beginning. And when we were little kids, there were multivitamins. There's no gummies like there are today. But, we had.
Yes.
And also, too, it was very easy to see in the growth patterns of baby boomers how they are more, they're healthier.
Aware.
They were given opportunities. They weren't raised in the depression like our parents.
No.
And went to war in a massive thing that they did. I mean, it was a different time of life. I will say there's no excuse for us to not be paying attention to things like hydration,
water,
exercise, vitamins, choosing better foods, not letting ourselves go. Because if you look at pictures of our parents and our grandparents at our age, there's a world of difference. It's a world,
right? I know, absolutely. And then we get back to you got to do something, right? Because if you think about it, I'm still going to be doing this in the next 20 years. So, and I think it was Donald.
I love that. I love that you're going to be doing it for 20 years.
Yes.
Like your mom, you're going to be a rockin' 85-year-old who said,
in the Bahamas, baby. Yeah. So you got to think about long term. It's not like I'm going to start this business and I'm going to give it up in 2 years. Life happens and the years disappeared. We've been in COVID for 2 years. It's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. So you got to think about what are you going to do for the next 20 years? How are you going to stay healthy? How are you going to stay fit? How are you going to stay mentally fit? Right? And communicating and talking to people. And even if you're chatting to people on Messenger or on Facebook and smiling, right? It makes you smile when you communicate. Blah, 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 blah.
It does.
Communicate with, I need my wine. Communicate with people, right? So
she's 2 hours ahead of everyone. It's wine time where she is.
I'm on my boat, baby. It's wine time. Yes.
All right, so Veronica, I just was last question to wrap it up. Mary's come on because she's sensitive.
She's our time.
Having so much fun. How come I have to be the taskmaster? I'm the one who is supposed to have the fun. I'm the baby sister. Diane, you're supposed to be. Sorry. Whiny. Okay. I really want Veronica to tell us how people can get started in this, because all this is great information. We all know.
Yes.
Seriously, you have to plan long term, because then you can leave something to your kids to enjoy, right?
No.
And this is kind of burn it all up, right?
But
But
you
you
grandkids' education, yeah.
that's right. You can fund your grandchildren's college. You can donate to your favorite charities. And even if it's just a little something, as you said, the thrill of selling a book for $5,
right?
like,
oh my God.
it's still,
oh my God, it's amazing. Yes.
it's exciting.
Ding, 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 ding.
So please answer this last question. How can people get started making money in their golden years? I know we've talked about Shopify. And again, for everybody who didn't catch it, who's catching up, it's really just a tool that allows you to run a business online. It's just a tool. And
it's a great tool.
Happens to be the ultimate expert at this. So that's why I want to share with her. But really, what does it take to get started? Because people might be like, okay, that's all fine and good. I'm going to be socialized. I'm going to talk with my shoppers. I'm going to have these great ideas. I'm going to have the thrill of making money. I'm going to be viral and buy all this stuff. But what the heck do I do to get started?
Buy my first book. Literally.
Literally.
In my book, I literally step for step, every part of getting your domain, registering for Shopify, and take note, if you register for Shopify, talk to me first, because I can give you enough time to set up your store so you don't pay that $30 before you go live. But literally step for step, I walk you through every single part of setting up Shopify. And then obviously I've got a course, right? But that's the cheapest way to start, and at your own pace. And then, come online. I've got a group that you can come and chat in and ask questions. I don't know. I'm echoing badly.
Oh, it's just stopped echoing. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Diane's trying to show her book. Yeah. So if you go to that website, I'll put it in the comments as well, veronicajeans.com. There's a link to buy the Amazon book, and literally you'll get it tomorrow, or you can read it on your
Kindle, right? Shopify Made Easy. Yeah, that's the old book. The new one is 2022. But yeah, in fact, I've got a special going on right now for my third book that's gone up for $2.99, and that's how to optimize Shopify. But you really have to start at the beginning, right? So maybe buy the third one and then buy the first one, because it's $2.99 for the next 5 days. Because obviously, this is how you create the excitement, and exactly, baby, that's exactly what you do. So yeah, I mean, and I'm online. Like me, like my page. You can chat to me on Messenger. I will talk to you anytime if you want to know. Hey, can I do this? Will I be able to do this? And I will give you advice for free.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Well, everyone, I'll let you know that I have signed up with Veronica Jeans, and I have a wonderful Shopify store going, which I invite you all to go see. And I would not be good unless I gave you one last time to see the Success in Aging Essentials box.
Exactly.
Next, we'll talk more about the wonderful Valentine box. It has a gift for you and your Valentine in it. And Mary, what else do we need to do before we are out of here?
We sign off. Well, we just want to thank everyone who came on the show live to ask questions. Hopefully we've answered your questions today. And if you watched it in the replay, we'd love again to answer your questions. We'll circle back. Please go to veronicajeans.com to enter that. And again, if you go to successinaging.com, you will actually see some of her work as well. It'll allow us to offer this amazing box that is helping to fight isolation, because that is really what Di's goal is to fight isolation and to bring hope to the veterans and the seniors and disabled and widows. And you're basically, when you buy a Success in Aging box, you're really giving someone a box of hope. And it's curated with love and sent to them. And so if you sign up, you actually are going to start getting some newsletters. We made a thing today. We want to make sure that people knew that the last day to order your Valentine's box is on February 5th. So you'll get it by Valentine's Day. And we didn't announce, actually I planned to do it at the beginning of the show, and I apologize, is that because February 18th is National Caregivers Day, we are doing a special promotion. We want you to nominate your favorite caregiver. And if your winning entry is chosen, not only is your caregiver going to get an essentials box, but you are going to get an essentials box for free. So it'll be, if you haven't signed up, go to successinaging.com, sign up for the newsletter. So you'll get that little form that you'll be able to enter your favorite caregiver. And again, tell us why they're your favorite caregiver. Like, you know, if they care for your grandmother, your mother, maybe it's yourself. You could nominate yourself.
Exactly.
Just really want to celebrate caregivers.
We sure do.
We had one question here. Di said, I love you, Di. Love your shop. Veronica, I'm excited to see your website. Have a fabulous day. You are so welcome, Ruth. I'm glad you're on the mend.
And we've got the new Success in Aging website up right. I actually published it. No intention of, I just thought, you know what, we need to go online and be ready. And so it was ready for the show by accident.
Yay!
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Veronica.
Awesome. So I hope everyone will spread the news about the caregiver nomination.
Yes, please.
It's going to be really cool. So I think we've all been caregivers in our lives, so we know how hard it is. And so by giving them a little box of curated love and a little box of hope, I think that will be really cool. So
me too.
Awesome. All right. Well, we actually are getting our calendar full, Di. And I don't know if I can beat you or you can beat me of who our guest is next week. Do you remember who our guest is next week?
You know, it has flown out of my mind. I'm just so excited about the caregiver giveaway. I'm just, two boxes, one for you and your Valentine.
That's right. And next week on the 2nd, February 2nd, which I can't believe is February, Rick Craig is going to be our guest. So we're excited to have Rick. And
he's an amazing book for everyone.
Books again. Books.
Live today.
Yes. So that might be something we can introduce you to Rick. So that would be awesome. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show. It is now way over time, but Veronica, thank you for your time today. We really
absolute pleasure. I loved it.
All right. You have a blessed day and stay on the line because we're going to take a picture. So stay online. Oh. But to everyone else, we wish you a blessed day and we will see you back next week, Wednesday, for our next guest, Rick Craig. And thanks for joining us in the Success in Aging show. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.